What's good? What's good? Black Star Reacts channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be doing a video from Ashley Dalton. Now, this particular lady is a bit on the not even a bit. I can't even lie and say that shit out my damn mouth. This woman is a large woman. She's a big back. This woman is probably the size of the Titanic's anchor. 400 damn pounds. Oh my lord. She's a big, hefty woman. You don't believe me? Listen to this shit right here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome in. Do you have a question tonight?
I have a question. So, a little bit of backstory. I am a like,
Hold on 1 second,
oh,
Kim.
yeah.
Do you consent to be on a platform and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I consent.
Okay.
So, I am plus size, and I feel like it's like it's making me get in my head about dating. I've actually never had a boyfriend. Up until now, I considered myself a lesbian, but I've been trying to date more men. I've always been bisexual, but I just find that women are a lot more accepting, and I've never really felt the same sort of level of like attraction and want as
Hold on. She says she's never. Hold up. Wait.
it's making me get in my head about dating. I've actually never had a boyfriend. Up until now, I considered myself a lesbian.
How do you consider yourself now up until now a lesbian? You couldn't get no play from men, so the only gender you sought out was women because you knew that you wasn't adequate enough to find a man.
But I've been trying to date more men. I've always been bisexual, but I just find that women are a lot more accepting, and I've never really felt the same sort of level of like attraction and want as a woman. So I would love any advice that you could give. I'm almost 400 pounds, but I do, I feel like I look cute. I have a really nice shape. People always tell me that they don't think I weigh that much,
What the
but I
fuck?
think it's more like mental. I know that men want to enjoy my body, but I've never had anyone really want me for me, I guess.
The fuck do you mean by enjoy your body? I ain't small either, but damn it, I ain't that. I mean, shit, I didn't. This made me want to go to the gym. Matter of fact, I might buy my goddamn gym membership right the fuck now. Goddamn. I'd be a motherfucking fool if I ever got that fucking big in my damn life. Yeah, let me go ahead and buy my damn gym membership and take my black ass to the gym membership tomorrow.
And it's also a little bit difficult to date because I am high earning. I'm a full time content creator. And whenever I meet guys, I usually tell them I'm a teacher, because I am a Hebrew teacher. But, you get those comments like, oh, you're big money, you're this. And I'm trying to avoid that. I don't even bring them over to my apartment because of that. So I want the truth and any compliments or not compliments, advice you could give me to level up.
So I will say this. There is a group of men in the world who love plus size women, right? I say most
Plus size goes up to 330 pounds. After that, you are a damn SSBBW. Stop. This bitch is a supersized big woman. I can't even say the other B. She's a big woman. She ain't big and beautiful. She's big. Stop it.
African men, most Caribbean men like a full figure woman. I know that for sure. Have you dated men who are African from the continent? Have you dated Caribbean men?
So I live here in Houston, Texas, and I get approached and stopped. Like literally, they will not let me get out of my car, or like they'll be like blocking me in by Africans all the time. But
Really?
I feel like there's a lot of cultural differences. And, a lot of African men, they expect their women to be like a certain way, like, don't do this, don't do that. And I just find that it never works out. Also,
So you have a hard time with structure. So you wouldn't be a good fit for anybody. Stick to dating women because I'm gonna tell you right now, if it comes to men, the older we get, the more we just like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Hence why I'm starting to be more vocal about what the fuck I gotta say. And I don't give a damn about who the fuck got something to say. Boy, this is bullshit right here.
So I feel like a lot of African guys, they don't have that like quote unquote swag, you know? They're like, oh, there's no girls in my village like you. But I'm like, yeah.
Bitch, swag, nigga, you better settle for that. You better settle for you are my African queen. You better settle for that shit.
I'm not going back to your village. And then
I don't mean, and you know, respectfully, I don't mean an African man who's straight from the continent, who just arrived here this year. You know,
right.
maybe someone who's more, they've lived here a bit longer. They've, you know, lived in America a little bit longer. I
Right.
would say a good 10 plus years. They're more
Yeah.
like Americanized, I would have to say.
And then I believe the way that I carry myself and even the way that I speak, I prefer black men, but they're always like, oh, you date white guys, don't you? And so I work at a synagogue. So most of the people that I'm around are white, but I prefer to date black. So it's kind of like, you know, people have one perception of me and they tend to put me in a box. But it's kind of hard because I feel like, you know, too quote unquote white, even though I'm fully black for black men. But then for white guys, you know, I tend to get fetishized. So I'm
So this would be my advice to you, Ken. If I'm keeping it real, I would want you to drop the weight. I would want you to lose weight. I would want, and you said you're 400 pounds, right, Ken?
I'm 365 pounds. And for any women that are looking for plus size clothes, follow me because I post every day.
All right. So I want us to get the weight down. Can we start with 100 pounds? Can we start there?
So I actually lost 130 pounds 2 years ago, and I was getting approached a lot, but I feel like a lot of women go through like body dysmorphia, and you know, people were treating me so differently that I almost didn't know how to handle it. Like it was giving me a lot of anxiety. So I do believe if I dropped the weight, it would be helpful. Even my mother says that. She's like, well, if that's the only thing you think that, you know,
Yeah.
is not working for you, change it. But I felt like even when I changed it, I was getting approached by more men, but not like the quality of men that I would want.
The quality of men you want looking like this. The quality of men that you want looking like this. And you want a quality man to come in and date you at being 400 pounds, almost 400 pounds, and want more than just sex from you. Okay.
And what type of man do you want specifically? How much money does he make? What's his lifestyle like? What is his character? Can you describe that for me?
For sure. Definitely a high earner just because I am. I like, you know, over 100K a year, which is kind of hard.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm big and I don't even say I want a woman that's making 100K. What the hell? Lady, I would need a whole tow truck just to pick you up. Oh my god, 100 damn K for this? You know what? Fuck that.
I'm honestly not too big on like finances. I mean, of course I am, but I feel like with men, especially black men, you know, some of them are just not there yet. But you know, I care about education. On my dating apps, when I use them, I always like try to filter out people that have like a graduate degree or above. High earning. I am not too big. I mean, of course, got to be cute in the face, but I'm not against dating someone who's bigger because I am bigger. But really, like, you know, fun, a sense of travel and adventure. I actually went on a 30-day road trip to Alaska. So I don't have a regular job. I want someone that can, you know, be free, kind of like how I am. And my mother told me I should go to Afrotech to like meet some guys because I'm here in Houston. But someone that just has their shit together, you know? I feel like now a lot of women are like, oh, he has to make this and do this. It's honestly kind of hard sometimes just finding a man that has like a solid job, his own apartment, and like a car. So I just want someone who like is a full functioning adult and, you know, can have a conversation. There was a man about 3 months ago who actually.
Before you tell me that, sorry to cut you off, Ken, about that you met 3 months ago.
Every time this hoe starts talking, I just want to go to sleep. I'd rather go buy a used RAM and put some money into it and make it fast than listen to this woman talk. This shit's annoying.
I want you to know, and it's unfortunate that we live in a superficial world, and I'm not saying you don't look beautiful or you don't keep yourself put together, because I think you do, right? But I want you to know we live in a superficial world, and I want you to know exactly what you're asking for exists. However, you have to change who you are to get that guy. So there are men who make 100K plus, who are educated, who want to travel, who read books, who can engage in intellectual conversations, right? They do exist. But I think you can open up and change your reality when we change ourselves, right? So I want us to work on our weight. I want us to drop the weight. And as you're losing the weight, just so it doesn't feel like, how do you say, like, wow, overwhelming when you're losing the weight, I want you to go to therapy and get you a fitness trainer and listen to affirmations while you're going through the process. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
But this is only your reality. I'm not saying, again, you can't attract a quality man, but this is your reality because of who you are right now. That doesn't mean you're not beautiful, but I know if we work on ourselves more, when we lose a bit of weight, it changes our world. It changes the options. Okay. And this goes for all the women watching. All the women. You don't even have to be 300. You could be 150 pounds and go down to 130 pounds, and that'll change your dating options. This goes for all ladies at any weight class. And so you were saying about a guy you met 3 months ago.
Yes. So I met a guy 3 months ago and he was like, you know, you're a good woman. I'm a good man. Like he really wanted to date me. And I was like, okay, this is what I've been wanting, like someone that actually wants a relationship. But he was so boring. Like literally, it was like talking to a wall, like watching paint dry. And I will agree that I probably like slept with him too soon. But it was like, you know, if we are going to be in a relationship, I need to see if it's like good or not. I mean, it was okay. But it's like after we like had, you know, intercourse, that's all he could think about. And my
Are you fucking serious? Ma'am, you are. I'm really trying to be nice to this woman, but my patience is wearing very thin. I'm really trying to be nice and patient with this woman. My patience is running thin. I'm gonna say that right now.
Ken, hold on, Ken. Ken, you over here talk about men sexualizing you, but you saying you got to test the eggplant first. Hold up now. So you want demon time too?
Well, no, this was like after a month, and he was like pressing me to be in a relationship. I was like, I don't even know if I'm like, I don't know. Like, he was, maybe because I hadn't had anyone that wanted to be with me like that before, he was so adamant he wanted me to be his girlfriend. I was like, wait, this is like too much for me. Also, maybe I wasn't really feeling him like that. But he bought me jewelry for my birthday and like did all the things that I wanted, but he just wasn't for me. So it was
Well, why wasn't he for you? Was it his looks? What was it that changed after you guys had sex? What changed?
he just wasn't really interesting. I feel like I'm someone that gets bored kind of quickly. And I'm not trying to say like I was just like, oh, I just kicked him to the curb. Ashley, he was so boring. Whenever you sit with someone and y'all have nothing to talk about, like you have nothing in common, or whenever you're really holding the conversation and then you stop and then the conversation just drops. I really want to be with someone where we can actually have a bond, like have a friendship, not just let's do it. And
But wait, Ken, outside of, intimacy, was he taking you on dates? Was he doing things for you? Was he making sure you were okay? Were you guys, trying different hobbies, doing different things? Was he bringing you flowers, cards, and candy? Outside of being boring, did he check those boxes?
yes.
So he was doing all of the things that most women want from a man, but he was boring. So you cut him off because he was boring. That's what you're telling me, Ken.
I cut him off because I didn't think he was very emotionally available and he was boring. My car.
I'm gonna just say this right now. Bitch, you ain't even worth the damn tires that I'm gonna need to then put on my cars after taking you on a date. You're not even worth the gas that I gotta put back in my damn tank. You're not even worth the damn $400 I gotta spend on your dumb ass taking you out to eat. You are not even worth any of that. You need to stop thinking that you are something special. Ma'am, you are not. You are below average.
Got broken into, and I was really, really upset because they stole some very sentimental things that you can't just rebuy. He was like, oh, don't worry about that, I can just buy them for you. And I was like, you're not understanding, I'll never be able to get those things back, like they meant a lot. And he was like, oh, I know how to make you feel better, we can just have sex, you probably need to have sex. And I was like, is the only way you know how to make a woman feel better to have sex or to buy her something? And I told him I needed more like emotional connection. And I gave him like a month to get it together, and it never happened. And we didn't have sex until after like a month or so of talking. And I'm not going to lie, he was still boring, but I wanted to see if I could really get with it. And I could not. I do have one question for you. I would like to know if you have any advice about how to feel more confident going out by yourself because of my job being a content creator, which I'm sure you can relate to. I mean, I see you going out and stuff, but I tend to feel very isolated sometimes in my apartment. Like, I literally have so many boxes that I need to.
You nasty.
Sometimes in my apartment, like, I literally have.
Look at all that shit. Nope. A dirty house is a dirty woman.
So many boxes that I need to unpack. And whenever it comes time to go out, I'm feeling like a recluse. Like, I'm normally very extroverted. Everyone in the comments, like, oh, she's just a yapper. Like, I'm social, but I've become a lot more withdrawn. And I'm not sure if it's because of my weight or if there's any ways I can just feel more confident. Like, I always try to look cute when I go out, have my hair and stuff done. And I've been having better experiences lately, but it's just a lot.
Yeah, I would say definitely when women start to feel this, in my experience, after speaking to thousands of women on this live and in one-on-one calls, I know for sure when we don't want to go out, it's because of our weight. It's because of the conversations we're having with ourselves, like a self-esteem thing. So once we get this together, right, we start back on our routine, we're working out, and we push ourselves to get out the house, right? You have to make it a habit Just like you're dedicated to content, you have to be dedicated to getting out the house. So that means once or twice a week, you're going to a bar, you're going to an event, you're going out, you're socializing. So you get more comfortable in those spaces. And after a while, as a content creator, it gets boring. It's always just you. You should want to be around others. You
Right.
should want to like be able to put your phone down and just have a regular conversation that's not about TikTok or not about Instagram. Does
Right.
that make sense?
A
So
hundred.
I want you to work on you, Ken. I know you're beautiful. I know you're confident in who you are, but I want you to continue to improve that, right? So go for your walks, change up your diet, work on you. I think you have a lot of potential. You're a very smart girl. You have a lot going for yourself, but I think you will open up your options 100 times more and get the guy that you think doesn't exist if you drop the weight. I promise you. I promise you, you will.
Thank you so much for all of your advice. I know I actually have a walking pad over here. I'm like, I have this equipment just sitting in my apartment. Let me actually use it. I really appreciate you letting me on your platform, and this was great. So I appreciate it.
This hoe is annoying. I swear. It's like chicks like this. Chicks like Ashley get a worse fucking advice, and she don't tell them the fucking truth. It's like, lady, tell this big back broad the damn truth about her damn self. She's not worth it. Like, I get so tired of women like Ashley just steadily lying to women. Like, if you gonna have a dating show, tell the truth about a lot of this shit. Because a lot of these women think that they the perfect one, they deserve all this shit. They don't. But I don't know. All I'm gonna say is this. Brothers, get your passports, because ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, and spot.com. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.